sharing space
on the Clement Manyathela Show.
702.
All right, it is a Wednesday, it's 11:35, and as per usual, we bring you the sharing space where one of the listeners from the show has sent in a problem, an issue, and wants you to weigh in, to give your opinion and to give your guidance in navigating this particular matter. So today, I'll read this email that's come through to the Clement Show. It says, greetings, I hope you're well. I'm a young woman who recently gotten married about 2 months ago. After my wedding, I had a fallout with one of my close friends because of her etiquette. I had strict rules at my wedding that no one should record the wedding on their phone. We had a professional videographer and photographer. I also had some people in my family that I'd asked to take some pictures and videos that we could access while the professional pictures and videos are being edited. To my surprise, I saw my friend taking videos and pictures at my wedding. I could not reprimand her at the time, but I was further disappointed when I learned that she had a video call with one of her other acquaintances who was not invited to my wedding to show them what was happening on the day. Furthermore, she posted the pictures and videos she took of our festivities on her social media platforms where they were seen by people I had not invited and did not want to share this journey with. We had a huge fight afterwards, and she said she didn't think it would be a big deal. She also said I was being unfair by not expecting people to take pictures or record my wedding. I felt like I wanted to have the best videos and pictures of me for all my guests to distribute, but I can understand that it was unreasonable to ask people not to take any content of the day. But I still feel like she was wrong to share my wedding visuals with people who are not invited. Am I wrong? That's the question. So she had a wedding. She had rules at the wedding that nobody should take pictures and video. The only people who do so are those who are designated. She had asked for professionals to do the videography work, the photographer. She had asked for some people in her family to take pictures in between. So family members as well as friends who would help while they wait for the professionals to be edited. But she then sees a friend. Yeah, I'd be angry. Sees a friend on a video call at her wedding, showing somebody else her wedding, somebody who's not invited to the wedding. So those are some of the issues that she's raising. And she says that she's been upset. She didn't want pictures of herself that she didn't sanction. She wanted to have some sort of control, I think, on what the day looked like, even to the broader public. So she's asking for you to weigh in. Is she unfair? Is she not being unfair? Is the friend in the wrong? The friend who not only took pictures and videos, video called somebody at the wedding, but also then put them on social media and shared them with people who were not invited to that particular wedding. Anonymous saying that she wanted the best of herself to be put out in the public. She wanted the best of her guests even to be put out in public. There are rules like that. I think it's not unique, right? You go to weddings now, baby showers, and there are rules where people are saying, do not play, do not take these videos, or don't post in real time. I know a lot of other weddings where they say don't post these events in real time. People will post what happened days later. They don't want to share that moment of joy. 011-883-0702 if you want to call in to give Anonymous some advice. 072-702-1702 if you want to send a WhatsApp or a voice note. Is she overreacting? Is she the one in the wrong? Is her friend in the wrong for failing to respect her privacy? How are you video calling somebody and showcasing someone's wedding when they're not invited? You can call in and send voice notes through.
The sharing space
on the Clement Manyathela Show.
702.
Good morning, Tshidi. Nice show. About the lady, I think she's overreacting. She must first know that, people, first thing they do is take videos and pictures of something great. That's a celebration. And obviously with a celebration, they want to take it forward to other people, to show other people how great her wedding was. I think she was a little bit unfair, and it's not a big deal. She got married, and the bigger point here is that she got married. And I think she should focus on that. Thanks, TD. Nice show. Freddie, Boxburg.
The bigger point, she got married. She must focus on that. As messages coming through on the WhatsApp line, the bride is unreasonable. She should have made a disclaimer before the photos, or to say that photos are not allowed. I think that's an important point. What did you say? Another message saying, hey, Anonymous is a drama queen, man, eh? Is that how people feel? Hoverson, I think. Hoverson in Pretoria. Hi. Hoverson?
Is over. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, yeah.
I was saying, I think the person is overreacting. I mean, like, it's the wedding. It's not a vault. It's not a bank vault where people will come and take money. It's just a photo. Actually, I mean, sometimes you find out that maybe your mom, you told your mom that you are going to a wedding and everything. Then they just wanted to check up on you, and then you just take a video call and say, Mom, no, you can see I'm here, and then I'll call you later. What's wrong about that? I think I was overreacting. But
you know, Hobson, sometimes, Nick, because she says here she wanted to put the best pictures of her day out. Sometimes people take bad angles. Fighting with Karabo, he takes really fantastic pictures. But I'm like, yeah, angle. People sometimes take bad angles. So the bride might have been worried about what she looks like in those images, no?
But ma'am, you must understand that she is the bride, and then she people will look upon to have photos and videos that she or he uploads, not to a person who was invited. No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Those rules don't count.
If I'm your friend and I know that you are wedding, you are getting married, everything that I will look upon is the things that you download yourself, not from other people. Because of people, we don't use the same phones, we don't use the same way, I understand.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Avison. It is also about shared memories. You're also taking away from those people, I guess. Tulu in Santon, hi.
Hi, I think she's not being unreasonable at all. In this content-greedy world, you have every right to tell people who are coming to your event that you don't want them to take pictures or to upload onto their social media. You will share pictures with them. I think it's no different from telling people not to take pictures of your kid. It's your event, it's your personal space, it's your privacy, and it should be respected by people who are attending that space.
All right, Tulu, thank you so much. So that is a thing that the bride does raise with us, saying that she felt that her friend was unfair. Her friend told her she's unfair by not expecting people to take pictures or to record themselves at the weddings. Fiso, hi in Midrand.
Hi, Tulu, how are you? Tshidi, how are you?
Good.
Good. So then I do agree with Tulu that people she was well within her right. She's not overreacting, and we should respect people's privacies. We're not the same, and so if she said it prior, it's an etiquette, then let it be so, you know. So, because I really agree with what Tulu said, it's such a content-greedy world, so she's well within her rights. It's her privacy, it's her life.
All right, thank you so much, Fiso. That's Fiso out in Midrand. Fiso emphasizing the importance of respecting people's privacy. Mpumi in Bramfontein.
Hi, Tshidi. Nice talking to you. So I feel that if she has already said no, one should take videos and cell phones, then she should have added that please don't bring your cell phone or leave it in your car. If you coming with your cell phone, are going to screen you and you're going to take it, label it and put it safely. You're not allowed to have a cell phone with you. In that way, you have control. But if you only say people should not take videos and they have their cell phones with them, they will be edgy to take, pictures. You've got no control. Much as people will even sit on the table as families, and they will be sitting and busy on their cell phones. You have got no control there. She allowed for that loophole. She allowed for that to happen. Then she's also to blame. She mustn't complain.
All right. Thank you so much, Mpumi out in Bramfontein. So she could have had tighter measures, tighter restrictions. She could have confiscated cell phones. Victor in Randburg, your thoughts about the bride's rules, the bride not wanting her pictures taken, videos by anybody but those that she's appointed to take pictures at the wedding.
Yes, thank you. Interesting topic, as I said. I'm not disagree with the lady, but I think she also very active, like people say. Just to want to share something from my perspective is that my daughter was also recently married 2 weeks ago, and we've got photos and videos from friends and that. And to be honest, we got best photos and videos and smiles and laughter and everything. from the people around us. They've got a photographer there. Obviously, the best photos come from the photographer, but the fun and the thing we had afterwards, it's much more valuable than anything I've ever complained. I'm not sure why she's concerned about having her in the public domain like that.
Congratulations to your daughter. Congratulations to your family. And you're saying that the moment actually lies in what's been captured by everybody else around you. That's Victor out in Randburg. I'm going to play a couple of your voice notes now.
Look, I totally do understand what she means, that she doesn't want anybody to take pictures because the photographer is the one taking all the pictures. Speaking from a photographer's point of view, you do get guests that wants to take pictures, but they do that because of excitement. And also, a friend taking those images is just because she was excited for a friend. And we as photographers, we are lenient when it comes to that. We do allow people to take their own pictures and create their own content. But she also needs to understand that the excitement was there for everyone, and they want to share that moment with her. So I think she should maybe just stop the bridezilla tendencies and just ask a friend for forgiveness. There's nothing wrong with just taking some pictures over the phone and sharing it with people that they care about. It's only excitement.
Hi, Tshidi. No, the friend was wrong. There was protocol, there were rules in terms of what must happen at the wedding, in terms of etiquette and everything. On this one, no, the friend was totally out of order and wrong. Thanks.
Good morning, Tshidi. Good show as always. Yeah, I think Anonymous is not wrong. She's by all means 100% correct. She must just get rid of that friend because she's so disrespectful. Yeah, people have lost manners. People have lost respect for other people's events. People must have boundaries all the time. If someone says no to this, a no is a no. Don't go against their will and showcase things that are not supposed to put out there by anyone else other than the person who was getting married. So I don't blame Anonymous. She's within her right. Get rid of that friend. Thanks, Siri.
Thank you so much for that. David is in Joburg. Hi, David.
Hello, Judy. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm driving, so I might be...
loud and clear. You're coming through loud and clear. Go ahead.
So I personally think the anonymous bride is a little bit psycho, and if she was my friend, I would ditch her. And if I got to the wedding and hauled out my phone at the table so that I could take pictures of my wife or the people at my table or even the first waltz, which is going to be a bad picture because it won't be professional, I would probably get up and walk out and say, if that's your attitude, you want to sort of limit my enjoyment of this event, I'd probably get up and leave, frankly.
All right,
so I take a very different view from the other people. And you could extend this to any of the social occasions. So you come to my house for a bride, Judy, and the first thing I do is I ask you to check your cell phone in the drawer because I don't want you taking pictures of how badly I'm cooking your meat. You know, I mean, we can really get ridiculous about this.
Okay, thank you, David. That's David out in Joburg. You could take the phone away literally at the door. Somebody did say earlier that you could have just simply confiscated phones. Sandile in Randburg, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Sandile. You don't agree with the idea of video calling. Yeah, I also struggle with video calling someone who's not invited to the wedding and showing them the wedding reception.
Yes. I personally think on the bride, she was wronged by her friend because this was a simple instruction for the ones that were invited, the candidates, to simply we should respect each other's wishes, especially because this is like a wedding, and a wedding is something spiritual in life. It's not just fun and games wearing a bride. It's actually a life journey, and it's something that you really would like to keep private. When you go sign a marriage, you do it together with the man. There's no audience. So the wedding is just a celebration. So her asking for, please don't take pictures, it's mainly because don't show the world before it's time. Don't leak the footage. It's like showing a secret meeting and showing it to the world.
Yeah.
So that's an invasion of privacy on my side.
Yeah, all right.
The guests nowadays with technology on the rise, really weddings must not even be taken pictures of. Because if you think about 1800, when people got married, were they phones to take off like those?
But Sandri, those were the times. There were no phones to do that. One can make an argument that she could have actually, somebody said it actually earlier, like she could have had a disclaimer. She could have actually set the rules in place a long time ago to try and manage that kind of thing. But I take your point. Thank you so much. That's Sandile out in Randburg. I see Paul in Midrand.
Actually, how are you doing? And good afternoon, good day to the listeners. Or it's not good day, good morning to the listeners. Yeah, I'm just asking myself, why Anonymous didn't have that a wedding alone without the people as she was restricting them? Because people are coming there to have fun and joy with her. Why do you restrict them, tell them not to do certain things?
You can't restrict my enjoyment, but you can have rules, guys. Sometimes people want to keep some things closed for a little bit. Thank you, Mpo. Thank you.
Yeah, but if you want to get away from people, then do it in a secret place alone without those people. Because these people also want to create their memories and all those things. And then it's time to do those memories at your wedding.
Okay, Mpo. Thank you so much. I want to try to get all the calls in today. Sister in Parktown, hi.
I said, I don't agree. Do your own wedding if you want the world to see. I mean, really, it's my wedding. You are invited there. Instead of you even enjoying the wedding, we're not busy paparazzi or video caller, your friends showing.
But that's part of the enjoyment, though, sister. And somebody flagged earlier, like that's where the joy and the memories sometimes lie. That's where you capture the real feelings, the real emotions, not something choreographed by a photographer.
No, Tshidi, this is my wedding. If you want your things to be seen, do your own event. And secondly, the worst thing is putting everything on social media. Some people don't even want to be on social media. And some guests prefer to not even be there. And we are particular about how we look.
We want to be viewed. Absolutely.
We're not busy. We posted the guests. There is not even permission to do that. When you are there for what? I mean, this is ridiculous.
All right.
There's no respect. None of them Ben as a friend.
Okay, sister out in Parktown. Cindy in Santon, hi. I'm going to come to you just now, Pearl in Cape Town. Give me 2 seconds, yeah. Cindy, go ahead.
Hi, Tshidi. No, I personally think this is a friendship that is already in ICU. I doubt if that's the only friend that actually shared the pictures, however they did. Because now my question is, how did a whole bride in a white dress get to know that I'm calling a certain friend with a video call?
I think she saw. You can see when somebody's on video call. She said she could see, but she could not. She says she could not reprimand them at the time, so she could see it from far that person is on a video call at my wedding.
To see that small little picture of the person you are calling, because on the phone while you are busy trying to get married. No, this is a friendship that is in ICU. My take it is a friendship that is already in ICU and not stable.
The other problems. Okay.
Yes, she must just cut off her friend because she doesn't want her anymore.
All right,
it doesn't matter what you do, you are never going to be good enough.
All right,
she's definitely not the only person who probably shared those pictures. It's just that there was a spotlight.
She's picking on her. All right. Thank you. That's Cindy out in Fenton. Pearl in Cape Town. Sorry for keeping you holding, Pearl.
No worries. Today the lady that just spoke now, just before me, she said it all. I wanted also to say it is this thing of having friends in our circles that we don't really trust. Now, she's saying she called the person that was not at the wedding, was not invited. So I am assuming that it's a person that is in their circles that was not invited. So they had issues. So now she's picking on this one because she's thinking at the back of her mind that she's probably phoning that other friend that was not invited. So there's issues in that friendship or in that group of friends. But you know what they say? Girls will be girls.
Girls will be girls. Thank you so much. That's Pearl out in Cape Town. Gonna go to the WhatsApp line. There's so many messages that have come through. Here's one from Kumo in Hammanskraal. Says the Met Gala has strict instructions to follow when you're invited. One of them being no phones allowed, but Kimo, the Kardashians still sneak theirs in. The friend Yenawa Papa. That was disrespectful, but it happened. And the friend probably apologized, so life must go on. That's Kumo out in Hammanskraal. Kumo, thank you for the other message about that I'm not going to read. Her friend was out of line. The message, her friend was out of line. You should be able to honor the bride's wishes at her wedding if it's too difficult, don't go to the wedding. Also, you're an adult. Have some self-control. I think that's a big one. Anonymous also here saying, I think she shouldn't have invited anyone. People went all out to get dressed, spend money on hairstyles, so on and so forth. It's not fair. Alternatively, you should have a very small circle. I'm going to play more of your voice notes now.
Hi, Tshidi. Kosana here. Was the wedding a secret of some sort or what? Or because she should have, as you say, she should have made a disclaimer about that. Was it supposed to be a secret or what? Was the wedding supposed to be secret, or because people are people will share every celebration wherever they go.
The friend was wrong, Tshidi. She was asked not to do that, and she went ahead and did it. She must just go open a case. It's a Poppy Act. She didn't get permission.
The idea we came up with when our kids got married was the following. We bought a whole lot of disposable cameras, 15 or 20, I can't remember. Placed it on each table and asked the friends to please take photos throughout the evening. And at the end of the evening, drop the disposable cameras at the exit. We then took those photos, had them developed, and that way we had the professional photos from the photography we had hired, and we had the fun photos taken with the disposable cameras that we could control. Hope it helps.
Hi, Tshidi. I don't think people understand how social media works. Social media can take an innocent video or picture of you on your wedding day with your bride or your groom and turn it into something nasty. They start analyzing that you are not smiling, that your eyes say you look unhappy, that you're on your phone. It means you're talking to someone else that you really love, and all really nasty conclusions, and it can go viral based on these nasty conclusions. And really no one wants to be subjected to social media and social media analysis of your wedding day, which is why you want to have control of what goes up onto social media. And I think people...
Thank you so much for all your voice notes, WhatsApps, and calls on this. I think Anonymous is taking in all your different perspectives. I like the idea of the disposable cameras, right? I do think you need a disclaimer. You need to manage those rules a little bit more, and you need to allow people to also enjoy the day that you've invited them to participate in. Like, that's a thing. We take weddings at photos all the time. I'm going to speak to Mandy. In fact, I was at a wedding with Mandy last month, and we're taking pictures of ourselves all over the place. But thank you so much for your input.